Hello, it's me James and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to make this super simple dragon trap in survival Minecraft. As you can see, the dragon cannot move no matter what. Now, one of the primary uses of this dragon trap is, of course, to open all of your end gateways really easily. Basically, if we just come here like this, we can kind of stand right underneath the dragon. I mean, if I had better aim, it would be a lot better. But yeah, we can stand right in front of the dragon and basically kill the ender dragon just by firing arrows at it. And you can see, even though I'm firing arrows at the ender dragon is fully unable to move and go and regenerate its health from the end crystals. You will notice as well that we've got every single end crystal intact. Let me very quickly show you that. So if I just go into creative, you can see as well that every single end crystal is intact, so it should be able to regenerate its health, but thanks to the trap, it is fully unable to move. Basically, if you continue to fire arrows at the ender dragon, eventually it will die, and this trap provides you with an AFK way to kill the ender dragon. You can pretty much just stand right here and then just keep aiming in one position, and eventually you would actually kill the ender dragon. So as I said, the primary use for this is to be able to kill the dragon fast, and of course, once you've killed an ender dragon, you open an end gateway. This dragon trap is going to offer you a really easy method of opening all of your end gateways really fastly. In fact, this is the exact technique I use to open all of my end gateways in Simply Survival in one single sitting. Oh nice, we got another dragon egg. Pretty cool. Anyway, let me show you this thing in action. There also is another kind of use for it. I mean, it's not the best use for it, but you could technically have a pet ender dragon staying in this center bit forever. Now, let me show you what you would need to actually do that, because it's not as easy as it sounds. Now, you would just respawn the ender dragon like normally, and then, of course, wait for it to get in the trap. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm just going to wait, and we will wait for this process, and eventually, once it comes to the center end fountain, it will get trapped in our dragon trap. So, I'll skip this bit until it starts to swoop. Right, so I'm pretty sure the dragon's starting to swoop, but as soon as it gets to the trap, it will be completely stuck in the center, like so. Meaning, technically, you could actually use this guy right now as a pet ender dragon. He can't fly around the end. You could potentially build, and yeah, your stuff would be safe. However, there are a few things required if you did want this as a pet ender dragon. Firstly, as you can see, the bottom portal is not lit, meaning we have no way out of the end. The only way out of the end would be to technically die in the void, and that is pretty much the only option. There is another option, but it's a very kind of rare option. You must have certain blocks to be able to do this option. Now, if you have certain blocks like end portal frames, a little bit like this one, you could technically build yourself a portal in the end like this, and then we could yeah, leave him in there like that, and you know, get back to the overworld using this portal. Dude, I'm totally stuck in a tree. Now, I know everybody doesn't have portal blocks, so it's kind of a little bit of a rubbish option. However, you can see, as soon as we come back to the end, the dragon is still trapped. It's just unfortunate that we don't have another way back, apart from if we had portal blocks, which is kind of sad, right? Like I said, there is always the dying option. I mean, every time you leave the end, you could technically just die if you really wanted to. So, as I said, the main use would probably be to just open all of your end gateways. But if you did want an ender dragon always trapped in your world, you could potentially do that as well. You just need to figure out how you're going to get back and forward from the end. Oh yeah, if you did want a dragon trapped in your survival world like forever, there is one thing that you should know. If you log out in the end, the dragon will actually do a little bit of a fly and then come back to the dragon trap. So I've logged out just so you can see, so I can show you this in action. And of course, it didn't do it right then. It stayed trapped. Well, earlier what was happening when I was logging out is it did kind of fly off, but then it came directly back to the dragon trap. So I'm not really sure why this one Alright, you see that little bit of a fly off over there? It did kind of fly off, but then it came back to the dragon trap. Let's try this one more time to see if it gets any further. But yeah, if you log out in the end and you've got this dragon trap active, it kind of can, well, it doesn't, of course, whilst I'm recording, but I have seen it fly off and then fly back to the trap again, only very briefly. But yeah, apart from this little relog thing, if you log in and out of your world like this, it pretty much is trapped there forever. It cannot move. I've never seen it move any other way. There we go. That's what it was doing earlier. So it kind of flew off really high, and then it came directly back down and kind of got trapped again. Yeah, apart from that little fault with it, this thing is pretty foolproof. It will not allow the dragon to move whilst you're in the end. And as I said, in survival, this thing can quite literally not even hit you. So we could stand under here, right beneath it, and it cannot hit you. Pretty nice, right? So, now you've seen the dragon trap in action, let me show you how to build it. Now, the first step in building this dragon trap, you would obviously need to come to the end, come to the center end fountain, and if you've got a dragon here already, it's probably going to be a little bit hard to actually make whilst there's a dragon here. So the best bet is to kill the first dragon, and we should be good to go. Now, this system that I'm making is actually really easy. The only thing that you are going to need really to make this is endstone, a bunch of water, so I'd bring a source block of water. You're also going to need 4 stacks of soul sand, and that is everything you're going to need. You're probably going to want some kind of pickaxe to do a little bit of mining as well, but once you've got all that stuff, you are ready to go. So this is a pretty symmetrical build. So there are 4 sides that we're going to be working on the portal. And basically it's diagonally here on each one of these. So that's where our boxes are going to start. A little bit like that. Alright. And yeah, everything that we do, we're going to want to do it on all 4 sides. So for the purpose of the video, I'm just going to do this one side. And like I said, I'll build these up to show you. But everything I do on this one, you are going to want to do exactly the same on this one, and of course this one. So starting here, we want to make a 10 by 10 box, so including this one, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 10, and then we want to go 10 this way, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 10, and then we're going to link those up like this. And like I said, you're going to want to do that on all 4 sides. And it should look a little bit like this. Now, of course, if your land is uneven like this, you might have some filled-in areas, and you might even have to dig around the area. But that's alright, as long as you have 4 boxes like this, it should be alright. So technically, you could go around and remove in any of the contents on the insides. Alongside that, if you have some empty corners like this, you're also going to want to fill those in, so it's a nice solid box. And after a little bit of preparation, you should have something that looks a little bit like this, and we are ready for the second step. Now what we're going to want to do is basically come here, and we're going to want to dig 2 down like this, and then we're going to want to clear everything out from the inside 2 deep. Alright, and we're going to do that to all 4 sides. And once you've cleared it all out, you should have 4 squares that look a little bit like this. And now what we're going to do is get our soul sand and fully line the bottoms with soul sand. So that's 1 down, and of course 4 to go. And once you've done all 4 sides, it should look like this, as you can see. And now we've got a little bit of building to do, so we're going to come to our corner, and from this one we want to go 11 more up. So this is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11, and then we want to build all of this round. So whether you do it like this or going up singular, it's entirely up to you. I mean, technically speaking, you could do it like this, or you could do it kind of like how I like doing it, like this. I like going around the outside and building my way up like this. So I'm going to go all the way to the top of this one, and as soon as I've done this, I will be back. And we're about on the last layer. We're just going to pull this around, and finally the last layer of box number 1 is nearly complete. Let's just bring this round. Perfect. And that, my friends, is box 1 complete. You are going to want to copy that on all 4 sides. The good thing about doing one first is you can literally just go up to the right height like this, and you don't really need to do any counting for that one. You can just, you know, bring it to the same height and then bring them all around. Anyway, I'll be back once all 4 are done. And there we go. All 4 boxes are now completely built up to the right level, as you can see. And now the final step, which is a little bit of a tedious step, we are going to have to fill all of these boxes up with water. Now, if you're in survival, the best bet would be to probably fill up the top with water and then kind of like use kelp maybe. I think that's probably going to be the best way. Other than that, you are going to need a bunch of buckets like this. And then you want to go both sides if you are just using normal buckets. So you are going to need a source block of water. But like I said, I think probably the best way to do this would be to, of course, use some kelp and just fill up the top, if that makes sense. So what I'm going to do is fill up all of these and I shall be back. I remember the first time I built this in Simply Survival, I didn't actually use the kelp method. I just literally placed buckets of water like this all the way to the top on all 4 sides. So it is possible in survival. I just think the kelp method's a little bit easier. Maybe a bit faster as well. And there we go. This is what a finished box will look like. Of course, I've got to fill all the other 3 up with water. But long story short, we should have some bubble columns in a box like this. And like I said, I've got to fill all the other 3 sides up now. So I'm going to do that right now. And there we go. That is the last square filled up, as you can see. And that, my friends, is farm complete. All we've got to do now is jump in survival. But first, before we do, let's grab ourselves some end crystals. So, of course, we can respawn the ender dragon. Like I said, I'm going to do this in fully survival this time, so you can see things working. And let's jump into survival. I've got literally no armor or anything, so potentially I could die. But let's hope that we do not die. And let's trap this dragon. So we just got to respawn it like so. And let's go. Now all we got to do is wait for the dragon itself, which hopefully doesn't take too long. What I'm probably going to do is skip this bit. I'm really trying so hard not to look at any Enderman as well, because I think that's probably going to be how I die. I really hate Enderman, so I've got to be really, really careful. But the dragon should be spawning any second now. So, right, uh-oh, it's already firing stuff at me. No, right, let me stand in the middle to try and lure it in the middle. Do you think that will work? Maybe it will. Let me remove this fire so I don't get burnt. Where's the dragon? Right, he's just up there. He's behind this somewhere. I'm thinking he's going to come down. Uh-oh. Dude! The dragon's aim is so good. Damn. I wasn't expecting that right now. So, yeah, we just got to wait for this dragon. Where is it? Here we go. Here we go. Let's go! And now we have a trapped dragon in our world, as you can see. Now, unfortunately, I've got literally no tools to be able to kill the ender dragon, which is kind of annoying. And I think maybe... Did I just look at that enderman? No, I didn't. But yeah, if I had tools, I could totally kill this thing now. Or if I had tools to get out of the end, which... the only really options, as I said in the beginning of the video, is to jump in the void. Or, of course, make your own portal. So, yeah, if I had other options... it would be pretty good. I don't think there is any other option apart from dying or making your own portal. I mean, if you do know any, let me know in the comments below. But that, my friends, is the end of today's video. That is exactly how you make a dragon trap in survival Minecraft. I hope this helps you out in your world. Oh no, I told you they're going to kill me. Ah! I will catch you on the next one.